the 10 hottest Y Combinator SaaS products that you need to know about. This is part 2 of the series, so if you haven't watched part 1 yet, make sure you check out the channel. If you haven't heard of Y Combinator, it's probably the most successful startup incubator, with famous companies such as Airbnb, Coinbase, and Stripe coming out of it. So let's take a look at some of the latest SaaS products launching and backed by Y Combinator. The first product we'll take a look at is called Attitude. It has 2 co-founders, Will and Keller, and it lets founders launch search engine marketing with a click of a button. And each day, it's going to generate search ads and landing page variants based on what your leads are doing online. So it's really going to simplify what can be a very manual and more complicated process of creating search ads. It does take quite a bit of maintenance at the beginning to get up and running, and the more personalized you can make it, the more effective it should be, and it's going to allow you to propel your startup's growth with AI-driven marketing at the speed of innovation. So we can see an example here of a search for do remote workers need workers comp in California. So it's going to create a customized search ad here called yes, CIA law requires it, tripling makes it easy. And it's going to have a custom landing page using the variables from the search ad to come in and say set up workers comp in a few clicks, making that overall process quite seamless for the user. And there's not going to be that disconnect as well of when someone clicks on an ad, but the landing page has nothing to do with it. Next up, we have a tool called Vly.ai. It has 3 co-founders here, Manav, Victor, and Amir. And it's going to make your entire team technical. They're going to automate web development by blending expert insights with their models to deliver faster growth, better performance, and updates at 10x less the cost. So it's the easiest way to build custom full-stack software without code. And it really addresses the problem that traditional web development is slow and expensive, as it's time-consuming with high hourly fees, and hiring and maintaining a technical team is costly. So they're going to help streamline the process with expert-driven development and end-to-end automation. This next example is called Afternoon.co. It was founded by Benjamin and Roman, and it's accounting software and bookkeeping services for e-commerce brands. So it's going to help empower e-com founders to make better business decisions with real-time financial metrics. They're going to pair it with managed bookkeeping and tax services to reduce administrative burden on founders, as accountants struggle to serve 4 million plus e-commerce brands in the US alone, and because of the complexity in sales tax, multiple sales channels, and inventory management, is a large portion of bookkeeping that can be automated and integrated with their sales and inventory systems, so founders can spend less time doing administrative work. It's also going to help you avoid penalties as well and file year-end and quarterly taxes, collect sales tax, and comply with the government. Next up, we have a product called Recase. It was founded by Ayash and John, and it really addresses the problem that more than 50% of fintech onboarding and underwriting cases require some form of manual review. These reviews delay revenue and increase the rate at which customers abandon the process. Some examples include asking customers for new documents because they uploaded the wrong one, or requesting additional information from higher risk consumers. They ask the question, why have we only reached 50% of full automation? And is that onboarding requirements are unique and change frequently? Until recently, some tasks simply could not be automated. And that's where Recase comes in. It's going to use AI workflows to turn manual reviews into instant decisions. You can build custom flows here. We can see some examples with different triggers for document checks or extracting from country with ID. And it's a drag and drop builder, as each case, as I said, is unique. Having a drag and drop builder gives a lot of customization there. Next up, we have a tool called Symphony, and it's your team's new AI recruiter, so you can hire better and hire faster. It was founded by Murtaza and Shobit. If you've gotten this far in the video, I'm sure you want to build your very own micro SaaS product. And that's where I have you covered with a complete academy that's going to show you how to build, scale, and profit from your very own micro SaaS product, even if you don't have any SaaS ideas, funding, or SaaS experience. There's a link for this in the description below, so make sure you check it out. I also have some free SaaS ideas you can steal. There's a link in the description as well for this below. As recruiters and talent acquisition managers have a mountain of admin and screening work to find the right talent quickly. They often get hundreds or even thousands of mostly irrelevant applications for each job opening. So when recruiters are drowning, quality, experience, and speed suffer. So this lack of quality talent can cause downtime and lost revenue. And that's where Symphony comes in, allowing companies to automate the recruiting process and free up valuable time. So they're going to evaluate all inbound applications against the custom criteria for the role to surface the best matches. Then the AI interviewer, Eve, then conducts the live voice screening calls with top candidates, saving recruiters from spending their time on initial screens while removing human bias from the process. They have 1,000+ interviews completed and 15 hours saved per role on average. Next up is a product called Sphinx and their AI agents that eliminate KYC and AML bottlenecks. Founded by Alexandre and Christian, they're building the first end-to-end agentic workflow for real-time KYC decisions. It's going to help compliance teams and fintechs resolve complex cases instantly, and they cut 85% of manual reviews using AI agents that make the onboarding decisions with proof. And this addresses the problem that before a bank or fintech can onboard a new client, they have to run extensive background checks. But the catch is that most current systems use outdated, rule-based technology. It's an example here, flagging that the current systems wrongly flagged Ed here, but it's Boeing who's fraudulent and Ed is the whistleblower. The sentence is that Boeing, charged with 1 count of criminal fraud, had further setbacks after testimony from Ed Pearson, and so just linked the name and fraud together, even though Ed was the whistleblower here. So Sphinx replaces legacy teams with AI agents that can act like a legal team, defense, prosecution, and judge, and they gather and verify data for every part of the internet, making onboarding decisions so your team can focus on the important work. Next up, we have a product called CollectWise. It was founded by Vivek and Sean, and it's going to automate consumer debt collection with AI. And they're outperforming collection firms by 2 times and have successfully serviced over $2 million in debts. And the AI agents specialize in recovering charged-off debts from creditors after internal collection efforts have been exhausted. And they're going to automate every step of the late-stage recovery process, including credit reporting, legal collections, outreach, and judgment enforcement remedies like garnishments and liens. It helps you increase your recovery rates and decrease collection costs. Next up, we have Andoria, which was founded by Daryl and Arna Rude, and it's an AI customer onboarding manager that personalizes each onboarding walkthrough to each one of your users. So the problem is that users churn when they don't realize the value of your product. And one-to-one customer onboarding sessions work, but they're unscalable when you have 1,000+ users. So the solution here is that imagine giving each one of your users their dedicated onboarding manager that personalizes their product walkthrough. Their AI agent learns how your web application works, gathers data about your user, and generates the right custom onboarding. Next up, we have a product called Scrappy Bar that was founded by Nolan and Justin, and it's going to solve the problem that sales teams are drowning in manual work. Traditional sales tools give you contact info and basic company data, but the real work is doing things such as identifying truly qualified prospects at scale and keeping track of prospect engagement and updates. Sales teams spend 65% of their time on non-selling activities, and so Scrappy Bar is going to come in and help with things such as intelligent lead generation and automate research and personalization, looking at things such as a prospect's digital footprint, news, social media, and company updates. So it's going to be the AI co-pilot for modern sales teams. Lastly, we have a product called Fix AI. It was founded by Kesov and Arav. It automates front-end quality assurance testing using AI agents that simulate real users on websites with simple natural language prompts such as make sure the onboarding flow works. Their agents are going to walk through flows and visually interact with the site to ensure critical bugs never reach the user. As automated quality assurance isn't great now, it's very brittle, it's tedious to set up, and it's blind to the real user interface. So this concludes the video here. If you enjoyed the content, I would love it so much if you smash that like and subscribe button below. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Also, if you're interested in the Build a Micro SaaS Academy, check out the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.